Yeah. You remember that song?
Is this part of the live stream or the podcast?
The live stream.
I don't know what we're doing.
I don't know either.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. This has to be in the evening.
Happy
right?
Christmas.
Like if you're listening to a podcast, there's 100% chance you're listening in the evening.
No. What if you listen to it like on your way to work in the morning?
Well, good evening. Good morning.
Merry Christmas.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
That's the name we're going with. We're proud of it. We're standing by it. I like it. I like it.
It's named after the best Usher song there is.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, we decided to name this podcast. Just yeah. Yeah, we had better ideas, better names ready to go. We were gonna go with one of them. I'm not even gonna say them, but we had names ready to go, and I made the joke that, we should just call the podcast Yeah.
And then I said, yeah.
Yeah, and then it just. So welcome to Yeah podcast, episode 1.
Yeah.
We're off to a great start. Yeah.
Perfect intro.
Perfect intro.
Flawless.
10 out of 10. Flawless. If you guys are new to the podcast, hello. If you are tuning in for the very first time and there's like 25 other episodes, I recommend you start on episode 25 and work your way backwards, because it's probably going to get progressively better over time, which means if you start on episode 25, your first introduction to the show will be A+. But if you're like everyone else who's listening on episode 1, on the day of its release or the week of its release, you're just going to have to deal with a crappy podcast.
Unlucky.
A great podcast. And that's unlucky. But, you pick your battles, you win some battles, you lose most of them, and you call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's why it's called the Yeah podcast. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. We had other ideas of what we wanted to do. We had better names. We had better plans. We were going to make this the best podcast ever. But, you know what? This is the best podcast ever.
We just settled for mediocrity.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Yeah podcast.
Yeah.
So, the first thing, the most important thing that I wanted to get to at this podcast.
Yeah.
Was something you were talking to me about before we started.
Oh, yeah.
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 Leave a comment down below saying yeah if you've listened this far into the podcast already.
Tweet out #yeah at us.
When you were in America last.
Yes. Last summer.
You said there was a Black Friday in July.
Right.
I've never heard of this.
It was at something like JCPenney's or maybe Old Navy.
Maybe. Which one was it?
I don't know. But they had buy 2 shorts, get the second pair for 1 cent. So
Did you go?
Yeah, I bought a pair of shorts.
Was it actually like Black Friday though?
I don't know. I've never had Black Friday. So
I used to work retail. I had to work at a very popular store for Black Friday.
Can't say the name.
I could, but I don't know if I want to.
It is not McDonald's.
No, a very popular store during Black Friday that's not Walmart or Best Buy.
Oh, I guess McDonald's isn't retail. Whoops.
Yeah, I was like, I've never worked fast food, but I worked retail as a cashier during Black Friday.
Was it Toys R Us?
No, it wasn't Toys R Us.
Rest in peace.
People are gonna figure out what it was. It's pretty obvious. But I worked cashier for 2 Black Fridays. And I think I quit like a week after Black Friday.
Did you see someone die?
I put in my notice. No, they had a really good line outside, but everyone had to work from 6 o'clock or 8 o'clock on Thanksgiving night, all the way till your shift was set till 2 a.m.
Hey.
And they just got you at a register, and you just get to do. It was not fun. It was my least favorite day of the year. And everyone's always like, "Oh, it's such a shame that they make you start working on Thanksgiving night." And I was like, "Yeah. Because you're here." You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
I don't miss those days.
I
I
know that
sprained my
feeling.
wrist.
Was their line better?
My last Black Friday I worked.
How'd you do that?
I don't know.
Just like...
Oh, I should have silenced my phone.
Oh my god.
It's okay. You know, my mom's texting me, trying to remind me of birthdays.
No, we need to redo this all over again.
No, leave it in. Keep it raw, real, uncut. Phone texting sounds so in the podcast.
I don't have to lean back when I sip on my Coke.
No, you better. If they can hear you sipping on your soda.
I almost died sipping on my soda.
I watched it. If you guys didn't know, the picture on your screen that you see us on, that's exactly how it's like right now.
Yes, we're in the same room.
What we look like. We're in the same room. We have the wall of lights.
The wall of lights.
Which is pretty cool. I thought I silenced it. Oh, I can't.
Oh my god, what an amateur.
Hold on, let me close out of iMessage on my laptop. Because if I mute my laptop... Yes. Wait, why did that play through my laptop sounds? I have headphones plugged in.
Welcome to Tech Tips with Elijah.
Welcome to Tech Tips with Elijah. Holy.
How do you turn off notifications on all your Apple devices? Part 1.
This just turned into a tech podcast talk show.
Yes, we'll just replace Linus Tech Tips within the next year.
If we can make as much money as he makes, I'd be okay with that.
He has a pretty good company going.
He does.
Nonetheless, I wanted to make a
successful.
TanaCon joke about the Lions on Black Friday, but it slipped my mind now. So something TanaCon Lions, something Black Friday. Yes. I don't know.
That was a very good way to put it.
Okay.
That was fantastic. Speaking of Black Friday, you went through the longest process I've ever seen in trying to convince me to buy Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've never played it with me.
Wait, that was like 2 days ago.
That was like a week ago.
Okay, but I was busy.
But dude,
you were busy too.
I know.
We'll play it.
But we have to play Black Ops 3 soon.
I know. Let's just do it right now during the podcast.
Just during the podcast, just log on to Black Ops 3, start playing it. We were talking about the picture on the screen. We are so sidetracked today.
Oh, it's just all over the place.
We have the fantastic illustration done by one of our viewers, Bruce Universe. Shout out to him, who drew that.
Coming through.
We digitalized it, and he did it for like 1,600 Robux. So that's pretty cool. We've never commissioned anyone through Robux money before, but it works out.
Feels like you're like paying someone in the dark web in like Bitcoins.
Nah. Robux is the next Bitcoin. I invested all my money, my life savings into Robux. Okay. Because Robux is definitely where the money is going to be at in the future.
Welcome to Elijah's Bitcoin Tips.
Yeah, there we go. We got Bitcoin tip episode now. We've gotten tech tips, and next up,
we just need to bring back the old viewer favorite, Elijah's toy review.
Elijah's toy review. No one's gonna remember that joke, unless people watch the old Rocket Sloth podcast.
Yeah,
but we should bring it back because I have a ton of like Slinkies and.
No.
Other things I would love to review.
Slinkies. What do you think this is? The 1950s? Oh, yes. Guys.
Slinkies. Okay, you can go to Walmart and buy a Slinky for $5.
Yes.
And it's a high quality
all the kids
Slinky.
are on that Slinky hype, dude. Probably like at school they're all like,
spinners.
Guys, I just bought a new Slinky. You should come over. It's the coolest stuff ever.
Do you guys want to come over after school and watch me put the Slinky down my staircase? It gets about halfway and then gets stuck. I've never had a Slinky go all the way down a staircase.
Wait, don't you have like carpeted staircases too in some houses? How does that work? Does it just work the same?
It's supposed to work. I mean, it just doesn't work at all on any staircase.
Well,
I don't know. I've never had a Slinky actually go down a staircase.
Guess we need to make a Slinky review next.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we need to go to Walmart, purchase all of the Slinkies, and then do a side-by-side comparison, build a hypothesis, have a control and a variable.
Perfect.
And a control group and a variable group, and then we see if it works out.
Yes. Let's invest all our money into that. And just quit.
Okay.
Everything
you know what I did
else.
yesterday?
What?
It broke my heart. You're going to be really disappointed in me. I took a test where I had to name...
On BuzzFeed?
I don't know if it was BuzzFeed. I think it was.
Like if
but I had to name the 151 original Pokemon in 12 minutes or less. And all you get are the numbers. You don't have any guides or anything.
Mm-hmm. How'd you
I didn't do that good. I think I got like 125.
I probably wouldn't get 50 right. So...
But like,
it's all good.
Pokemon's my thing. Like, I've been studying Pokemon since day one.
I guess so.
And I didn't know... Like, I don't know. I forgot, like, some obvious ones, I felt. Like, when it showed me the results.
Like Pikachu?
No, not like Pikachu, but like... I don't know. I can't remember which ones. Like, I almost forgot...
Yes.
Like, I forgot Hypno and Drowsy.
Okay. Well, I guess that's obvious ones. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I was just really disappointed in myself. It really just hurt my belief on what I thought I knew about Pokemon.
Is that why your mom is texting you?
No, she's texting me about my
Did she disown you?
Yes.
Because you didn't do that well. In the BuzzFeed quiz, 450 original Pokemon.
Yeah. 151.
Oh, 151, sorry.
Yeah. I got 125 or so. So, I don't know. And then I tried like Gen 2 of Pokemon. And I still didn't do that good. Yeah, it just got progressively worse. By like Gen 5, I'm like, I don't know any of them at all. I know Oshawott.
What is that?
And Tepig. And that's it. Oh, Snivy. Okay, I know the starters.
Well, I guess, yeah.
It's like a grass snake thing. I don't know. I don't know. And that's all we'll ever talk about Pokemon on this podcast, right?
No.
I doubt that. I doubt that. It's going to come up every episode.
This is a Pokemon-only podcast.
It's now Pokemon Tips with Elijah.
Pokemon Tips with Elijah.
And I have a question.
Yes.
Why in the Pokemon world do people walk everywhere or ride bikes? There's no cars. Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, there are.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
There are cars in the show. It's like regular streets and stuff. But in Pokemon...
Wait, there is cars.
There's one truck. There's the one truck in the original game by the ferry that everyone thought Mew was under.
There's quite a few cars now that I think about it.
Where?
Like in Pokemon.
Where?
I don't know, like you remember Gen 3? This old dude with the seagull Pokemon?
He had a boat.
Yeah, he had a boat, but he had like a tiny car too.
No, he didn't.
I think so, yeah.
So, either way though, whether there's a couple cars here and there or not, like majority of these people, they don't have cars. There's no like grocery stores in the game at all. It's like, what do people eat? Like,
Pokemon.
Do they eat the Pokemon? No, I mean, that'd be metal. You know what I mean? But no. Maybe. You have to wonder, like in the TV show, they're like, I love chicken. Are they eating like a chicken Pokemon? Like our Torchic?
Yeah, I'm like...
just getting roasted.
I've never seen another chicken.
That is true. But in the early episodes of Pokemon, like in the water gym, you can see like a bunch of fish in the aquarium.
Maybe they're Pokemon.
But maybe they are Pokemon.
Maybe they're Pokemon babies. Maybe they're eating Pokemon eggs.
They could eat Pokemon eggs. But then we get into the whole debate as to whether or not a Pokemon egg is a living creature or not.
I think that's not the kind of podcast we are. That's not the kind of topic we want to touch. So we want to end that right here. All that talk ends just right here.
Okay.
We're gonna get into hot waters.
What do we talk about then? Hey, Rocket Sloth.
Hey, Weasel Pop.
Do you want to do a collab?
Yeah.
That's actually one of the biggest things that we get on our streams, that people think that Rocket Sloth and Weasel Pop are
like completely different.
Luke and I.
Yeah, but like
separately.
If
you guys didn't know, Luke and I both own Rocket Sloth and Weasel Pop. They're not people, they're channels.
Yeah.
They're channels. But as you guys know, my name is Weasel Pop, and I'm here with my boy Rocket Sloth,
which is me, Luke,
which is also me.
Which is
I voiced most of the videos.
Weasel
like
Pop?
For instance, on Weasel Pop, like Luke edited that, like all of our Roblox review videos. Like he did most of the work.
I edit all of the live streams.
You edit all the live streams?
Yes.
And then I never upload them. You just sit there painstakingly just edit all of them, and then they just never see the light of day.
Yeah.
And I just do it just to make sure you're putting in your work.
Yeah.
I like that ideology. I think that it's very helpful, especially in a current social media climate where you have to be constantly uploading new content to stay on
you sound
top.
like Vice News or Polygon.
Yes, that was the point.
Like
I mean, it wasn't really the point. I didn't think
BuzzFeed.
that far into it.
BuzzFeed.
I didn't think that far into it. But you know what's going to be interesting is for the first time in my entire life, in about a week and a half. So by the time of people listening to this, it's going to be about a week. I'm going to be going completely off the radar without internet or social media for like 5 days. I've never done that before.
Where are you traveling to? Like the deep heart of Africa?
No, I'm going to be in Arkansas. Pretty much the same thing. No, it'll be really interesting. I'm really excited. I mean, I have a lot of work to get done to get ahead on everything else that I'm not going to be able to do during those 5 days. But once I get to that point, it'll be really interesting. I want to pick up a hobby. I want to like try reading a book again. I don't know. Like I just got a notification on Twitter a couple days ago that my Twitter account is 9 years old. Like, and then before Twitter, I had Facebook and MySpace and AIM and my Pro Boards forum accounts for all the video game sites I was on.
Mm-hmm. You mean
my
the
Newgrounds account?
Like furry forums?
Not my furry forum. Okay, let's talk about that.
No, wait. Let's finish your Arkansas talk.
Arkansas. No, that's it. Like, I'm just not gonna have internet. I want to learn how to read a book.
You know what?
How to read.
I'm gonna learn how to read in a week, and then make a tutorial on it.
I want to buy a book and read it while I'm there. That's my goal. That'll be the most relaxing. I really need to shut down. I'm working because if you guys didn't know, I work as a freelance video editor. So I have different clients that I make videos for on YouTube, and it's long days. Like, I'm at home, I'm in my office, and I'm working sometimes like 12 hours straight, and I don't take any breaks because I'm just trying to get it done. And I mean, some days it's not that long, but like it's draining. Like, not getting up and doing anything. So it'll be nice. It'll be nice, and I hope it will recharge me and help me strategize better plans moving forward on how I'm going to plan my days out and pace my work. But yeah, no internet, no Twitter, no Reddit.
Just download some Netflix movies and you'll be fine.
I guess, but that's like, I guess. I probably could.
You're not.
I don't know.
Are you really gonna read a book, dude?
I think I will.
What is this, 1950?
I mean, I like to listen to audiobooks when I travel.
That's not reading a book, though.
Actually,
sitting down and reading a book is like painstakingly difficult.
I don't think it's that hard. I've read a book before.
No, but I could do it back when I was 15.
Well,
but
no, we already have it all planned out. Sandy and I are gonna go to Barnes and Noble, a bookstore, like a real bookstore.
Don't they have free Wi-Fi there that you can use?
I think they do. But and I'm gonna pick a book off of the shelf and buy it and read it instead of ordering it off of Amazon Prime, which is probably the cheaper route. I'm just gonna go to. Yeah, I know it sounds like the old-fashioned way. It is the old-fashioned way, but we still have a bookstore in my town, and I'm gonna go and pick out a book and read it.
Okay,
with the paper.
Let's make a little bet here.
Okay, what's the bet?
Once we record a podcast after you're back from your trip,
okay,
we gotta check if you actually read the book or not.
Okay, no, that sounds good, and.
Then you can tell us which book, and then we can do a book
update.
review.
Okay, so by the next podcast we record, I'll have the book picked out, but I probably won't have started it because I'm going.
You're
I'm going
already making excuses, pushing it back.
I'm going to Florida first, right? And I'll record the next podcast while I'm in Florida. But I'm working all through my trip in Florida, so I won't have internet after Florida. So that's fine. I don't need to read the book until I'm in Arkansas for those 5 days, and then I'll read the book.
Okay.
So by next podcast, we'll have the book picked out, and then I'll read it between now and the third podcast.
Okay.
Or between that. So there you go. No, I think I can do it. I think I can pull it off. I mean, I've been connected to the internet for forever.
Yes. There's no reason to disconnect, really.
Like, yeah. What do you mean? I mean, I guess. I mean, I think it's probably healthy to disconnect.
I don't know. Like that's
like okay, I wake up in the middle of the night.
Do you know these videos, these YouTubers that make like Prince IA or whatever his name is?
What?
That makes like these like I don't know. His name is Prince IA.
I have no idea who you're
like. He makes
about.
like
what
these like anti-social networks.
Did the H3 podcast do something on that?
Wait, they did something on him like 5 years ago.
Yeah. But they recently brought him back up.
Really?
Because they took an internet break too, and they brought him back up.
Well, I guess so, but
he's like texting.
It's fine
not.
If you take a short break, right? But like then like acting like it's like you're like some saint because of it. That's where it gets cringy.
Yeah, no. I'm just kind of noticing like working 12-hour days, and I feel like my joints are getting stiff from sitting in my chair.
I'm not saying you are acting like a saint. But
but I'm just saying like in general, I'm not trying to preach it that way either. Like, guys, take a break. The internet is going to kill you.
How you going to listen to this podcast without the internet, dude?
Exactly.
We don't ship it out.
Yeah.
Should we sell this on CD?
On cassette.
On cassette.
Put it in your Sony Walkman.
Oh, God.
Our whole audience definitely does not know what that is. It's back in the day before there were tape players or
Just
CD
Google
players. There was you put a tape
like a cassette,
into a little portable
like a
thing.
small VHS. If you know what a VHS is,
they don't know what that is.
That's
our audience is 12, Luke. It's okay though. You know what though? They were okay. Honestly, CDs were better, but they got scratched a lot. And then I remember when the iPod came out, and that was game changing.
Spotify is just the best thing.
Spotify is probably the best thing now.
Yeah.
Except you can't use Spotify on a plane. Like you can't use streaming services on a plane.
Yeah, you can.
But you can download offline, right?
You can just download it.
Honestly, I miss the days of the iPod. Like I wish I could have an iPod. Like I had an old iPod video, 60 gigabyte when they came out. And I never watched a video on it really. But I wish I had it just to listen to music. Like, I don't know.
I had an iPod Touch.
I don't listen to music as much as I used to.
I listen to music in the car.
Is that something that comes with age? Like, I don't know. When I was like in high school, like in middle school, like I always was listening to music every chance I got. And now like I'm like an adult and I don't really get to listen to music. I listen to podcasts more than anything else.
I don't know. I listen I'm still living by the mentality that when I'm at a traffic light, people need to know what song I'm pumping. They need to know
what you're listening to.
So I need to roll down the windows
in the car.
And turn it all the way up.
Okay, but outside of like listening to music in the car, do you listen to music like when you're just hanging out?
Maybe if I'm like doing research on something for a video. Like,
see, that's it. Like, because I would love to listen to music all day, but I can't really listen to music while I'm editing videos because
that's distracting.
I need to be able to hear the sound. And when I'm playing video games, like I play competitive games like Rainbow Six Siege, or I play
Roblox Island Royale.
No, I don't know. No, I listen to music while I play Roblox, but it has to be royalty free for my stream. But like when I play PUBG, for instance, like those games, footsteps are so important that if you have background music, you're literally just hindering yourself. So it's like I don't really get to listen to music while I'm playing. So maybe I'll listen to music while I'm on my no internet run.
That seems definitely like a better idea than reading
I'm gonna read
a
book. I actually almost read all of Lord of the Flies a couple months ago. Like I read the first like quarter, 33% of the book. But it was hard to read it on my phone because I downloaded it off of some weird site, and I ended up just watching the ending on YouTube. So I don't know if I won or not.
You're not gonna read the full book. It's like
no, I'm gonna read a full book, and I'll give you the full book review. I'll tell you all about it. It's gonna be a great time.
Okay, you tell me what book, and then I'll read it too.
Really?
Maybe.
Are you actually going to?
If it's a good book, if you don't buy like I don't know.
Well, we'll pick out a good book.
If you don't buy like the Bible or something to read.
I was gonna maybe read like one of the YouTuber books.
Oh like, God! Wait.
Well, I listened to the audiobook of Shane Dawson's "I Hate My Selfie," and it was really good. And then I picked up the second book he wrote, and I had to do it for like a college class. Like I had to like present a book, an autobiography, and I presented his to the class.
Well, that doesn't count if you do it for school.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. But I was like, I didn't really read the book. Like, I just kind of presented it.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of vignettes, right? So I didn't have to read it because they're like, self-contained short stories.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. When I was younger, back in the days before YouTube and all that, and like even games like, like role-playing servers on Roblox, I would play the OG way of role-playing games online. No, but like, so for instance, like there's the FNAF role-playing game, there's a Sonic role-playing game, there's wolves and cats and all that stuff on Roblox now. But back before there were games to do that on, I would go on these pro board forums. They're like websites where you make posts and you had to like write out, like as if you're writing a book, what your character is doing. And like, and then you post it, and then someone else writes out what their character is doing, and it was like third person, like an actual like you're writing a book. And I would do that all the time for like anything I was interested in. I was on a couple Star Fox ones that got me started, which we can get into that whole mess later. I was on a couple of like the Warriors. I don't know if anyone's read the Warrior books. They're about cats.
That talk. I know what they are. Fight. But I've not read them.
I love those books.
Because I am a masculine peak performance male.
No, I don't know why. I just really like the Warriors books. That was it. Like there were a lot of books that everyone hyped up and that I really liked. But really, I just liked... I mean, no, there was a good 3 years where those were like the only books I would read. And I'd only half read them. Because then I'd be like, well, you know what? My story that I'm making up is way more interesting. So I would go and do that one. Well, but the Star Fox got me into it. Like, if you guys know what Star Fox is, the Nintendo character, Fox from Smash Bros. If you don't know otherwise, but Star Fox was my favorite game as a kid, and that got me onto the internet. And I spent like 12 hours one day just reading other people's posts about Star Fox. This is like my first real interaction on the internet. I was like 9 years old. We just got a new computer with Windows XP. And I would just read Star Fox. And finally I got my brother to help me make my own account. And what you don't realize is that the Star Fox community has a very large crossover with the furry community. And as a 9-year-old, I never saw that was like... I always thought that it was just like people who liked Star Fox a lot.
But seeds were planted back then.
No, I'm not a furry now, but it was it was a very interesting, eye-opening experience time for me on the internet. Yeah, I don't know. And then later on, you get onto like the other types of games. The games that like I wish I had Roblox when I was a kid. I know it came out in 2006, and I probably could have played it, but I don't think it is like the level it's at now. But like, I don't know. I played Club Penguin. Did you ever play that?
Yeah.
Did you play it like as a kid or just as an adult? Like
as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you like it a lot?
It was alright. I didn't play it that much because there was like a bunch of like Flash games we used to play back then.
That was the best thing about it.
Well, there was one like it's probably I think it's only popular in German, or it might have been a Dutch game. It was like called like I don't know how to describe it, like Hobo Game. and like you would just like collect bottles that you can
Is it
turn
Hobo
in.
Hotel?
No. Like you're an actual homeless person, and you're just like collecting trash to make money off that. I don't know. Yeah. That was like
no. Like, do you remember the addicting games? Did you ever go on that site, addicting games, back in the day?
No, but we had like something similar called like Mini Clip.
I think I remember Miniclip too. No, I would spend so much time on addicting games and Newgrounds because
of course Newgrounds.
People used pre-YouTube.
Yeah,
right?
But like I'm saying, most of the Newgrounds games were just copies onto other sites. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You could just embed it onto other sites. Too.
Yeah, like there was like the source of them, but you could find them on other sites. So
no, like I remember like addicting games and stuff back in the day. Like I would play like Kitten Cannon. Did you ever play that? You launch a cat out of
I remember that.
I think all these games are on like the App Store. Like all of our viewers who are like, yeah, that game, it's on Android or whatever. But like back in the day, like you had to go to a website, get your parents' permission, go to www.addictinggames.com before Nickelodeon even owned it. And there were a lot of games on there. There was this one. It was like what was it called? It was like a gang fight, and it's like you have 6 like gangsters. And they have guns and stuff. And it was like a turn-based strategy game. And you like placed your gang members, their stick figures, on like a stage, kind of like a side-scrolling.
I think I know what you mean. Yeah.
And like you only could walk like a couple feet at a time. And there's like a lot of barriers and walls. It's like a stage, like you could jump and stuff. And like you kind of position yourself and you throw grenades at each other or try to shoot each other. And that game was so much fun because you could like name your crew and like name your characters and stuff. I don't know. I really liked that game a lot. Newgrounds, I get in trouble for being on Newgrounds.
Yeah, there's a lot of
yeah.
Can I say that word or
inappropriate stuff on there?
Yeah, like for mature audiences.
Yeah, but here's the thing, like back then there was like a lot of stuff though that was fine. You know what I mean? There was the inappropriate stuff, of course, but like that wasn't what like 9-year-old Elijah was interested in. Like I just wanted to like watch some cool Star Fox funny videos and Sonic videos and stuff like that. And I showed my friend Newgrounds, and then he had looked up all of the like, you know, the like the weird Roblox games nowadays, the equivalent of that. You know what I mean? Like he was the one like on that, and then his parents called my parents, and I got in trouble for being on Newgrounds. And I was like 10 or 11 by then.
But like,
and I was just like, I don't know.
I think we had something like, I think we had something like that happen too, because we played in like computer class.
Yeah,
we're like on the side, but like, I think they called our parents, but nobody got in trouble. Our parents were just okay.
Well, my friend's parents were really religious. Like, he wasn't allowed to play Pokemon.
That's unfortunate.
Because, like,
the evolution.
Yeah. No, because Pokemon evolve. And, like, I gave him, because he had a Game Boy, I gave him my Pokemon game. I still have it. He gave it back to me, but I have the cartridge still, and I had to peel off the sticker so his parents wouldn't find out that he had Pokemon. And he got into Pokemon. Like, he definitely like liked Pokemon, but he had to play it like in secret and stuff. Yeah. And one time, I was like in the car, like we were riding from football practice, and I like just casually asked, like, I'm like, oh, what's like your horoscope? Well, you know what I mean? Like I'm a Capricorn or whatever it is, your astrological sign, and like. The dad like almost had a heart attack when I asked that. He was like, "We don't dabble in that stuff. Jesus, we don't want us.
Dabble in it."
Yeah, he's like, Jesus doesn't want you talking about that. And I was like an impressionable 10-year-old, and I was like, does Jesus really not want me talking about that? I didn't. I'm sorry, Jesus. What? I didn't know. Like, I had like my first existential crisis when I was like 10.
Because
of Jesus. No, I saw him a couple years ago. We hadn't seen each other in like 8 years. He came and visited me in college. No, not Jesus, my friend. Oh, okay. No, he's doing good. I mean, last I talked to him, he was doing good. He actually had a CD that I had from my band when I was 10. my friend and I recorded a CD. Not the friend who had the CD, but my other friend and I recorded a CD singing songs that we had made up in school. Like, we thought they were funny at the time. They were really dumb. No background music, just a cappella. We had a microphone and recording software. And we made the CD and then we gave it out to our friends. And my friend still had the CD and he gave it to me, so I had it and I saved it somewhere.
We need to listen to those tunes sometime.
Those tunes. It had popular hit songs like I Like My Milk Cold and Chicken Nugget.
How were you so innocent at 10? Like, holy...
I don't know. I was pretty innocent.
Like, I remember, like, when I was around 9 or 10, I got a PlayStation Portable, which means I had, like, my first own access to internet. Yeah. And, like, I would just,
look up weird stuff?
Yeah, like...
I don't know. I felt like rules were made to be followed, and I was just.
How long did you believe in Santa?
Generally a pretty good kid. I believed in Santa until I was 13. I was suspicious right around the age of 7 because my mom said, okay. We were at Costco and she was pushing me in the cart. I was like 6 or 7, and I saw the like Power Ranger movie, the new one that I wanted. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I want that. And my mom's like, oh, I didn't want you to see that because I already got it for you. And then she forgot we had that conversation. And on Christmas, it was from Santa. No. So the first seeds of doubt were planted. But I believed in Santa so hard. And my mom kept saying that Santa's real. And is only real if you stop believing. And then I hope we don't have kids who believe in Santa listening to this right now.
I don't thought about that too.
No, I don't think that young, right?
I know. I'm sorry.
Do 9-year-olds listen to Santa or believe in Santa? I feel like if a 9-year-old's able to listen to our podcast, they can Google search if Santa's real.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
I'm not going to feel bad. But I was 13 and never crossed my mind to search it up. And what happened was or when I was 7, so then at Christmas, I opened up the present and it said it was from Santa and it was the Power Ranger movie. So the first seeds of doubt were planted there. And then as the years went on, I kept trying to force myself to believe. And then I think it was my 12th, my birthday is on Christmas Day. So it was my 12th birthday. And I couldn't sleep. And I heard my parents in the living room where my bedroom was, and I heard my dad spilt the milk. And then when I went out there the morning of, I was like, why is the carpet wet? Even though it wasn't wet. And my mom's like, oh, maybe Santa spilt the milk. And I was like, oh. It was a chill up my spine.
You know what it reminds me of? These scenes in movies where the parents talk, and there's I think they did that in Digimon even, where the parents talk and they talk about the kid being adopted. And then the kid listens and learns that he's adopted.
Yeah. Or just something weird about that. I think that did happen in Digimon.
Yeah, with the...
Was that Izzy?
Yeah, with Izzy, right.
Whoa. I didn't know you even watched Digimon.
Wait, I actually think Digimon is better than Pokemon.
Oh, it totally is. The show? Yeah. Digimon the show is better than Pokemon. Pokemon the game...
Digimon never had that good of... Well, the PlayStation 4 game that came out 2 years ago was pretty decent.
The animation on Pokemon was always better. But as far as storytelling goes, Digimon had a really cool story. If you haven't watched Digimon and you just always thought it was a knockoff Pokemon, it's really not. It's its own thing. And you should...
It's better.
You can check it out now at whatever age you are at and you'll actually like it. Just watch the original...
The first season.
Yeah, the first season's all you need to watch. Don't even worry about anything after that. If you really like it, I would suggest watching the 3rd season after that.
No, I would, you can watch all the seasons. I
guess.
It's not the first season is awesome, right? But and then just some other seasons are mediocre. But it never gets it never gets worse than just mediocre.
I guess you could watch season 2. If you don't like season 2 or you're struggling, because this is what happened to me. Skip season 2 then. Watch it, see if you like it. If it's too much of a change, jump to season 3. You'll like season 3. It's really good. And then season 4, for me, I hated it. But a lot of people liked it.
Well, then I haven't even watched the new one yet. The Digimon Adventure Try, yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch that too. Apparently, it's a really good like third season to the show, original show.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but don't watch the movie. Or one of the movies is really bad.
Wait, the first movie was really good.
I don't know. It was bad.
No.
No,
so
the
like
movie
the story about the summer.
There was like 3 different parts to it. You should watch that guy we're subscribed to on Rocket Sloth, Billiam. He did a really good review where he like breaks down like how the show fails because they dubbed it, and they pretty much spliced together 3 separate short films into one movie.
That is the issue.
No,
dude.
Yeah,
we didn't have that here. We had the good stuff here. They actually
because you're in Germany,
right?
So you just got to watch the short films as is?
Yeah, and then like, you know what I mean? Like the dubs back then were like really good.
Yeah, the dubs here were good. It was just, wow, I'm kind of jealous. We had, like there was a 20-minute commercial in the movie for like another show.
See, like I didn't get stuff like that. I got it like it is in Japan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had a different experience with it.
Wow, this has been mind-boggling for me.
Well, we're kind of getting to the end here.
Yeah, we never even took a break for our ad read, which is okay because we don't really have anything to promote too much, so we don't have to do it.
Check out our Kickstarter for our
we were gonna do an ad read. We'll do it in the future. We're gonna do an ad read, even though we don't have like sponsorship set up, just to get into the habit of having an ad read in our things. And
maybe we were going to show add one later.
We were gonna do our Patreon and our t-shirt shop if you guys want to buy Weasel Pop merch, Rocket Sloth merch. Eventually we'll have merch on there too. And we were going to do our Patreon if you want to get exclusive behind the scenes stuff. We're going to do a whole read for all of that, but we'll just let it go because this is the first episode. It's like the first day of school. The teacher's kind of more laid back, lets you maybe leave class a couple minutes early. You know how it is. I had a weird moment the other day in the shower where I was realizing the 4th of July was over, and I was like, oh no, I have to go to school in 2 months. And then I realized, oh wait, I graduated. I'm done.
That's unfortunate.
I never have to go back to school. It was a really surreal experience. But it was okay, I guess. I don't know. Have you ever had a moment like that where you're like, oh no, school's coming up, and then you're like,
no.
Oh wait, you haven't.
I guess the closest I have to like, you know, when back in like 8th or 9th grade or maybe 7th grade, teachers call you at home,
I've never
like
had that.
my parents never receive phone calls at home, right?
Yeah.
So it would always only be my teachers. So sometimes when the phone rang when I was like older, I was like, oh damn, my teacher is calling, but like I wasn't even in school anymore.
You know what though? I had that too. Because one time,
like somewhat like a PTSD attack, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like okay, so one time, a teacher had called, and I'd never had a teacher ever call my home, but one time my Spanish teacher in middle school called, and apparently called like 6 people's parents, saying that like your kid's disruptive in my class.
Yeah,
and I was one of them, and I don't know, my mom never was really big on like punishing me. She just kind of told me not to do things, and I was pretty good at not doing things later on. But like ever since then, like whenever the phone would ring and I'm like, I'm not doing too good in school, like my grades aren't doing too well, I would kind of get that chill up the back of my spine. Yeah. And you're like, oh, it's just an appointment for like a haircut. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or it's just my grandpa calling because he doesn't have a cell phone.
In high school, or in middle school specifically, or in high school, I guess to an extent, like I had so much anxiety over my grades. Like there was so much pressure on me to do well. I don't know. Like I'd lose sleep over like.
I cannot relate to that at all. So.
Oh, I don't know. But you know what? It got me really good at, like, because I procrastinated on everything. By the time I got to college, I was just really good at doing things last minute.
Yeah,
like just like my first 2 years, I tried, and then my last 2 years of college, when I like declared my major, I just did all of my homework the morning of, unless it was like a big project. like I would just get up in the morning and do it.
Yeah.
My final paper I turned in before I graduated, I submitted it at 11:58 and it was due at 11:59. And it was like only 8 pages. And I got a B on it, so I don't know. It was supposed to be 10 pages. It was 8. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to graduate whether this paper is good or not. So
yeah.
It's funny when you get to that point. But the moral of the story is if you're in school, do the best you can. Don't like fail out. Like don't just stop. If you have homework to do, stay up till 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, do it. Doesn't matter how irresponsible you were not doing it ahead of time. Just make sure it gets done. Submit it. Pass all your classes. And
don't do.
But also
tracks,
know
kids.
that. Also know that school doesn't like define who you are. If you're not popular in school,
yeah,
like,
I mean,
literally, like you just get to start over. It's pretty chill.
It's like a short part of your life.
I know. It's so weird. Like in high school, I was always like, I don't know, I don't know.
Well, then you turn an adult.
Yeah, and you just like
I just want to. No, you turn an adult, and you're like, I wish I was back in high school. Things were easy.
I've never thought that.
Really?
Do you know that? I've never wanted to go back to high school or middle school.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, really. I think back, like I had a good time, like my first couple years of college, in the dorms and stuff. But even then, like I'm like those were those times. I don't ever miss high school. So I guess at the same time, when you hear people say high school are the best days of your life, it's really subjective, right?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I like had more fun in high school. I just remember we played like Yu-Gi-Oh during lunch breaks and like I don't know. It was more relaxed.
See, I wish my high school had people playing Yu-Gi-Oh at lunch breaks.
Yeah, like it was like literally my whole grade, like 50 people.
It was just
playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Really catty, right?
And it was like doesn't matter who, everyone just got on it. Like we didn't have like those were the popular kids, those were the jocks. Like yes, technically too, we had those people, right? But like it wasn't like they were separated groups. You would still interact with them. Like,
yeah. See, that was the way my school probably should have been. It was such a small graduating class. It was like 80 people. But instead it was like tiered off as like those are the popular people and these are the not popular people. And like I think my friend group more or less sat kind of in the middle, right? Like out of like the 80 people, if you're going to go and rank from popular to least popular, like we're probably sitting right around like the 37 to 44, right? But like I don't know, I never wanted to be more popular. I never wanted to be friends with those people. I don't know. Like I did the things that I was interested in. Like I really liked music. I was really into that. I really liked playing video games, and I doubled down on that. And I played a bunch of video games, and I really was into like YouTube, and I had YouTube channels that I was launching and like trying out and learning about and figuring out how to edit videos. And I'm like, now I get to do that like as a career, and that's like way better than like the people who thought sports were everything, and then they graduate from high school or college and they don't get to do anything with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I guess high school here was just different. But let's end it on that note. Let's end it on that note. And we can talk about that more in a future episode.
At the end of the day, if you're in high school, like, I guess it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, enjoy it. Do the best you can to enjoy it. But if you're miserable and you absolutely hate high school or you absolutely hate middle school, just get through it. You know what I mean? Life, it'll get so much better. But if you're enjoying it, continue to enjoy it. Keep tabs with all the friends that you have now. Enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Yes.
So, cool. Well, guys, if you enjoyed this podcast, please leave a comment down below. Leave a comment saying blue if you listened all the way to the end. BLUE. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @RocketElijah. Luke's Twitter handle is @RocketSlothLuke. You can follow us on Twitter, see all the shenanigans we're up to. I'm going to be traveling, so I might tweet a couple of cringeworthy things here and there, and you don't want to miss them. Anything else I need to plug before we move on?
No. We don't have a SoundCloud for our raps yet.
Not yet. But this podcast right now is exclusively available on YouTube, but it will be up on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and all that later on. Eventually.
Yes, eventually.
So, yeah. All right, guys. Well, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And, yeah, talk to you guys all later.
Bye-bye.